Call me what you want, but guys, it is all a show. As we speak right now, as I am posting this video, CBS is live with NASA out in outer space. I literally closed my eyes and I said, God, please give me something to disprove all of this BS, because we know they never made it to outer space. We know about the firmament, and we know they never went to the moon. Okay, we know all of this. I'm watching the comments and people are commenting like, look, it's pitch black. There are no stars. And then all of a sudden, guess what NASA does? Boop, there's stars. I was screen recording and guess what I caught? I caught the green screen. Here we go. Okay, so here's a live video. He's moving around. She's telling him to fix things. You can read the comments. No one is buying this anymore. No one believes in this crap. But anyway, I had to zoom in. And that's when I saw it. Look at this. It's absolutely see-through, guys. It's see-through. I mean, if you weren't, crazy like me, you would have never noticed it. If you don't screen record and you zoom in, you can't find, look at that. Wow. Live right now on NASA, billions of tax dollars getting wasted for Hollywood productions. Look at the parts move. You can tell it's green screen. The stars aren't even... Guys, come on. Work with me here. Look at this crap. Live right now. Go check it out. It's awesome.
Earth is a realm. It is not a planet. It is an object. Therefore, it has no edge. Earth will be more easily defined as a system environment. Earth is also a machine. It is a Tesla coil. The sun and moon are powered wirelessly with the electromagnetic field, the ether. This field also suspends the celestial spheres with electromagnetic levitation. Electromagnetic levitation disproves gravity because the only force you need to counter is the electromagnetic force, not gravity. The stars are attached to the firmament.
Earth is a photoshopped CGI generated image. This is Robert Simmons, a senior analyst at NASA. He was the one that created the blue marble, and he actually admits it's photoshopped.
Essence of it is photoshopped, but it's have to be. It is photoshopped, but it's have to be.
Now I encourage you guys to go watch this whole video where he also states that he hits Command Z a lot. And this is exactly what that looks like. It is all just copy and pasted CGI generated images. Isn't it funny how every default image of the iPhone background was this Photoshop CGI edition of the Earth? This is how they indoctrinate you. Now, if you actually did the time to do some research and look at how all our ancient ancestors depicted the Earth, they always depicted the flat Earth and the firmament. There are dozens of documents on NASA's own website that admits that we are at a flat, non-rotating Earth. This report derives and defines a set of linearized system metrics for a rigid aircraft of constant mass flying in a stationary atmosphere over a flat, non-rotating Earth. Here's the document. You can go check this out yourself. It's on page 30. Something I also find very interesting is you go type in flat Earth backwards on Google. Look what shows up, the first search. Also extremely interesting, the man that discovered NASA has a Bible quote on his tombstone, Psalms 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of God and the firmament show us his handiwork. So the guy that discovered NASA has a Bible quote that directly contradicts space on his tombstone. NASA in Hebrew means to deceive, and you guys have all been deceived. The truth lies within. Peace and
moon landing.
Bollocks. Can't land on the fucking moon. The moon's like it's a luminary. It's like it doesn't exist for you to drive up and land on.
You just think that was like a political play?
Clearly, obviously. If you go on there, if you get your phone out, look at the fucking lunar landing. Honestly, like now,
I have actually looked at some of those videos, and some of
hangers
them
and tinfoil and fucking duct tape. Come on, man. Do you know what I mean? Like that went through an infinite vacuum to no. We've got Wi-Fi now, yeah, and the signal's fucking dog shit. Yeah, you get a Wi-Fi call and you're like, it says 5G, but you're like, you can't hear nothing. But then this guy's got his little dial-up phone and he's like rang the fella on the moon. They're like, oh yes, hey Houston. Like really, honestly, you genuinely believe that as a fully grown man?
Yeah, I know, but if you tell people that schools are nothing but indoctrination camps where we were taught nothing but lies, stuff like history is a complete freaking lie. None of it's true. Dinosaurs never existed. Dragons were real though, and the earth is flat. Space is made up. All to deny Yahweh's creation and to make us feel insignificant, and we are powerful beyond measure, and we just don't know. If you tell people that and they look at you like you're crazy, I don't care. Send it.
NASA warns that the internet is going to be down for months, maybe even years. I already knew this was going to happen though, and it's because of this. Yes. People shit on me because I bring this map up, but I promise you, it has exposed me to so much truth. People claim that this is Nazi propaganda. I don't want to get banned. But a person of color made this map, and they honestly called it a meme. The ultimate red pill. So explain to me how this could possibly be that. But in all seriousness, we are going through a massive awakening right now. And yeah, the internet could possibly go down because apparently the solar flashes are going to be taking out internet, AI, all that shit. Also, before you ask me how do I read the map, it is not meant to be read. I finally discovered that from watching an interview with the creator of the map on YouTube. Everyone's spiritual journey is different, and this is just for you to be called to whatever you're called to and look into it. Have fun going down the rabbit hole.
Have you ever heard about Operation High Jump, also called Task Force 68, organized by Rear Admiral Richard E. Byrd? The point of this mission was to develop base locations and practical areas through Antarctica. This is all because Admiral Byrd warned the United States that they should adopt measures of protection against other aircrafts around the polar regions. So the question is, what did he see that he believed that we couldn't defend ourselves from, that we needed to go out and build bases in Antarctica for?
You guys already know that I had to make this impulse buy, and it cost way more than it should have. Let's get into it. NASA, the race to space. I'm here for it. I don't know about you. We're going to start out strong with the NASA. Is that Saturn? Probably not. A nice spread of a beautiful astronaut. I get it. How could someone this beautiful be a complete liar? I don't know. But yet here we are, looking to the stars. In a half century, America's space program brought the heavens home. Here's a beautiful picture taken by, we don't know, of an astronaut just floating in the vacuum of space over the ball Earth. Convincing, I'd say. These valiant men inside some space contraption that is in the shape of the Pentagon. A pentagon. A pentagram? I don't know. And look at that, it's beautiful. It's Mars, y'all. Mars. Believe it. Don't be crazy. The maze of canyons on the surface of Mars, as seen from a Viking orbiter in about 1980. The Viking program consisted of a pair of probes, with Viking 1 becoming the first spacecraft to successfully land on Mars. Allegedly, after all, it was the race that had to be won. Who could doubt it? I sure can't. And for my friends that are real far down the rabbit hole, this one's for you. Centennial Specials, display until 9/11/2023. I'm sure that's just coincidence.
Alright, have you ever had the question of like, why is the North Star always in the north and why does it never move? Guys, you can't make this up. If you Google this, why is the North Star always here? This is what Google says. It says because it's so close to the celestial pole, it traces out a very small circle. So the Polaris star always stays in the same spot. Guys, God's throne is right above this star. That's why it never moves. This literally proves that we're on a flat earth.
I'm finding that most of the comments from people that are not knowledgeable about flat earth, they are trying to put the heliocentric model onto a flat earth plane, and of course it doesn't work, but they are so focused on the heliocentric model, of course, which makes sense because this is what they've been programmed to believe their entire life in schools, movies, television. So they are trying to put the heliocentric model onto a flat and stationary plane and trying to work the science and everything out from that thought process, which definitely doesn't work, because you end up asking questions that are, quite frankly, irrelevant and unnecessary. And it would really be cool to just start learning about the flat earth model, the geocentric model, with a clear and open mind, and just give it a chance. Just go from there. Just to learn about it. Just to learn what the geocentric model is. There's nothing wrong with learning more science, more ideas, because the geocentric model has been around thousands of years. And there's nothing wrong with studying and learning even historical scientific knowledge, which seems to be the really big thing of truth these days. So just have an open mind and try not to think about flat earth. Just think about geocentric model and just try and learn. That's all I'm saying.
Something trending right now is a lot of people thinking and saying that Project Bluebeam is in place. So let's do a little bit of research on it. In 1994, Serge Manis published a book on Project Bluebeam. After he publishes this book in 1994, then in 1995 and 1996, he is all over the place telling us how they want to get him, that he's being hunted down, and all sorts of things like this. Now, if you were around back then, you'll remember it well. What he was being hunted down for was the following accusation: being hunted by authorities for his involvement in network of prohibited information. There is a network to guard prohibited information from getting out. So Serge keeps on going on with his story and his book and his publications, interviews. And then in September of '96, the state takes away his children. They take away his children because he was homeschooling them. Odd, right? So they take his kids away, put them in foster care under the state supervision, and send them to public school. And this is the reasoning behind it. This is the explanation they gave for why they were taking his children away. Then in December of '96, he dies after having a heart attack. But listen to this. The day before, he had spent an entire night in jail. He was arrested because his kids had missed school or something like that, because now they were in the public school. Not sure exactly what happened, but all we know is that he was arrested, and the day after he had a mysterious heart attack that he didn't have symptoms of previously. In his book, he said that Project Bluebeam was created by NASA and the United Nations. And this is what he says about Project Bluebeam and what it is. So, NASA and the United Nations, allegedly, based on what he thinks and in his book and what he published, will be manufacturing artificial earthquakes.
If we've been on this planet for 100,000 years as Darwinian primates, having pretty much the same brains that we have now, why is it the case that for 95,000 of those years man accomplished virtually nothing? Not having invented a wheel, not having come up with a cave painting even, and then suddenly 5,000 years ago history gets started. History gets started in a lot of different places. The Egyptians, the Babylonians, the Sumerians, everybody starts inventing stuff. It does appear as if some sort of a transcendent breath may have grabbed a couple of those Darwinian primates and breathed something we might call a soul into them.
Project Bluebeam Welcome to the deception of the future. What you're seeing here is Project Bluebeam, a high-level advanced holographic projection. They are using this technology to project images inside stadiums. Amazing, isn't it? But the question is, how will this technology be used against humanity? Well, as shown in this clip, it gives us an insight to just how powerful these holograms can be and how far they can be projected. This is where the project gets scary, because the Bluebeam project agenda is to create a full-scale fake alien invasion, creating fake viral videos such as this one with objects that appear to be flying and hovering above the moon to make me and you think that aliens exist. Sounds absolutely nuts. I know it does. Why would they be doing this? Well, the objective is to create a one governing world, a one religion, to try to get all the countries and all humanity to unite together as one, like in the movie Independence Day. Why would he do that? Take away our freedom. Don't take my word for it. It's already happening all around the world with the World Health Organization, the World Economic Forum, the Great Reset. Here's Beijing's New Year's Eve display, and here's Elon Musk's SpaceX real rocket glitching out.